Good day everyone, I am Teacher Ellie, your Practical Research 2 teacher. So this subject is intended for grade 12 learners. Kaya kung ikaw ay grade 12 o estudyante ka na nagtitake ng Practical Research 2, pwede mo tong panoorin of course. We are already on the third week of the school year 2020-2021. But before we proceed, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and click the bell button for notifications. Thank you so much in advance. In the previous videos that I have uploaded, it has discussed that quantitative research is concerned about numerical or measurable values na pwede nating i-analyze using different statistical tools. But the question is, how do we measure such values? No? Is it really measurable at all times? Do these values change? Are these values applicable to the different classifications of research? So in this video lesson, you will learn about the different classification of data, which is the variables used in the different quantitative research and their examples. So you will be learning the variables, its kinds, and their uses. So let's define first variables. So variables is anything that has a quantity or quality that varies. No. Variables play a significant role in quantitative research. Actually, it is really the central concept in research. These are measurable characteristics. Remember, measurable characteristics that changes in value. It is anything that may assume varied numerical or categorical values. Halimbawa, your research topic is you're going to compare the males and the females. Therefore, your variable there is sex, because sex has varied value. It could be a male or female. But if your research topic is all about females, therefore sex is not your variable because your only focus is about females. No. When you already have your research topic, no, the first thing that you have to do or consider is you have to identify your variables. It is the very first thing. You have to identify the variables of your research study. Another example of a variable is age. Age is also a variable because the age of each person varies. So variables have many categories, but we are going to categorize these variables according to values, okay, relationship, and the scale or level of measurement. So let's start with variables according to values. So we have two classifications of variables according to values. It could be qualitative variable or quantitative variable. Qualitative or categorical, quantitative or continuous. Qualitative data, let's start with qualitative data. These are data or variables that are non-numeric. It involves no numbers, yes, and whose observation vary in kind but not in degree. Example, civil status. You could be married, single, or in relationship. Religious affiliation. You could be a Christian, you could be a Muslim. No. Whereas quantitative data can be counted or measured, and whose observation vary in magnitude. For example, age is a quantitative variable. Income is a quantitative variable. Number of children in a family is also a quantitative variable. Under quantitative variable are discrete or continuous. Discrete variables are countable. These are countable whole numbers. It does not take negative values. Example of discrete variable are number of students in class, group size, okay, number of pencils in a box, number of students in a school. Those are countable and are considered as discrete variable. Whereas continuous variable, These are variables that are measured. Measured. For example, height can be measured. Therefore, height is a continuous variable. Temperature. Temperature can be measured. Therefore, temperature is a continuous variable. So those are the variables or the two classifications of variables according to values, qualitative and quantitative variable. And under the quantitative variable, we have the discrete and continuous. Next is the classifications of variables according to relationship. Well, alam na ito ng lahat. It could be a dependent, independent, or dependent variable. Independent is the cause variable or the one responsible for the conditions to act on something else to bring about changes. Yung independent variable ang dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng resulta. At ang resulta or the outcome is the dependent variable. The dependent variable is the outcome variable or the result or effect of the changes brought by another variable. Halimbawa, ngayong pandemic ay nagtanim ka ng okra. Sa pagtatanim ay maraming pwedeng makaapekto. It could be sunlight, water, or shelter. No? Though sunlight, water, or shelter, or fertilizer is the independent variable. At kung gaano lumaki ang okra mo, gaano kalahaba ang okra, gaano kalusog ang okra, gaano ka-green ang dahon ng okra, yun ang dependent variable. Pero sa pagtanim mo ng okra, hindi mo maiiwasan na merong peste sa lugar at napeste yung okra mo. Yung peste ay may consider natin, although hindi mo yon focus sa iyong study. Yung peste nakaapekto sa paglaki ng okra. Yung peste ngayon ay tinatawag nating extraneous variable kasi hindi yun yung naging focus ng yung study. Kasi yung focus mo lang, sunlight, water, etc. Ay kaso naapektuhan rin ng peste yung paglaki ng okra. Ngayon, yung peste, yun yung extraneous variable. Pero, hindi mo na nakontrol ngayon ang peste. Naapektuhan niya na yung paglaki yung pag-grow ng okra. Ngayon, yung peste na hindi mo na control ay hindi na considered as extraneous variable, kundi naging confounding variable na siya. Naging contributing factor na siya. Naging contributing variable na siya sa paglaki ng okra. So those are the category or the classifications of variables according to relationship. We only have two, the independent and dependent. At lilitaw lang as the independent variable, yung extraneous variable. Pag hindi mo na na-control ang extraneous variable, it is considered now as confounding variable. Next is the classifications of variables according to the scale or level of measurement. We only have four: the nominal, the ordinal, the interval, or the ratio. This ordinal and nominal is still under qualitative variable, and the interval and ratio is still under the quantitative variable. Let's start with nominal variable. Nominal from the Latin word nomen, which means name. No. Nominal variable simply defines groups or subjects. It has no rank. You're just naming the variable. Example is blood type. You're just going to name the blood type. Walang rank ang blood type. It's just name. Type A, type B, type AB, or type O. Another example of nominal variable is hair color. Just name it. Black, brown, red. Eye color, brown, black, blue. No? The mode of transportation. Just going to ride it on a jeepney, taxi, car, van. No? Those are nominal variables. How about the ordinal variable? The ordinal variable, from the name itself, it denotes, from the name itself, it denotes that a variable is ranked. Yung nominal walang rank, walang order. Itong ordinal variable ay meron ng ranking or order, no? But this variable can have a qualitative or quantitative attribute. For example, kung nakakita na kayo ng survey questionnaire, meron siyang numerical rating sa survey questionnaire. We have may mga choices na 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It can be ranked accordingly. 5 as the highest, no? 1 as the lowest, or categorical rating like strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. No? Other examples of ordinal variable ay meron tayong cancer stage, di ba? Merong stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. Merong ranking. Another is school, yung academic honors. Merong with honors, with high honors, and with highest honors. Yung kung nanonood kayo ng the Mix Daily Top 10, may order yon. Yung rank 1 ngayong araw. Sino susunod naman sa susunod na araw? Sino naman ng rank 1. Next is the interval variable. No? Interval variable are quantitative variable where the interval or differences between consecutive values are equal or meaningful, but the numbers are arbitrary. No? Ang palatandaan dito sa interval variable, these are quantitative variable na walang zero. Example ng quantitative variable na walang zero. IQ. Wala namang IQ na zero. Sa school, halimbawa, sa inyong cards, sa academic performance, your academic performance is 95. It could be 100, 99, 75. Lowest, bagsak, 60. Pero walang makikitang academic performance sa card na 0. Therefore, the academic performance is an interval variable. Ano naman ang ratio? Ang ratio, the same as interval variable, pero ang pinagkaiba, kung ang interval variable ay walang 0, ang ratio variable ay may 0. The 0 point indicates the absence of the quantity being measured. Halimbawa, score sa test. Your score in a test is considered as a ratio. How about the weight, the height, the distance? Those are examples of ratio variable. Temperature is also a ratio variable. Bakit ba sir may zero ba na temperature? Meron tayong 0 degrees Celsius because 0 degrees Celsius is the melting point of ice. So temperature is a ratio variable. So those are the classifications of variables, its kinds, and their uses. Those are the important thing that you must know about variables. So that would be all about our topic today. Remember, that knowing the different kinds of research variables aids in smooth data collection and analysis because you cannot proceed with your research process unless you have already correctly identified your variables. Dahil yun yung simula ng pagkandak mo ng research process. So thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I hope na nakatulong ako sa pagkaintindi nyo or pagkatuto ninyo tungkol sa variables in a research process. Okay, don't forget to click the bell button for notifications ng mga bagong video. And to my students in Magdiong National High School, don't forget to always read your weekly home learning plan because that will guide you on what to do on your module and on your learning activity sheets. Thank you so much. Bye and thank you for watching.